Safari Texas Ranch hosts a number of events, most recently a regional infrastructure conference held by the Fort Bend Chamber of Commerce and the Central Fort Bend Chamber of Commerce.
The Fort Bend County Chamber and the Central Fort Bend County Chamber have put on this event, the Infrastructure Conference, so that we can highlight the importance of infrastructure on everybody's quality of life out living in the region and traveling through the region, quite frankly. So we've put together a panel that includes water, wastewater, rail, ports, a number of agencies that have come in to talk about the infrastructure that's existing and it continues to be needed in the region to maintain that quality of life.
So both organizations have had an infrastructure conference for many years. So instead of having, because it's the same audience, same usual conversations, so we thought it a great idea to actually combine the events into one event, making it a kind of the signature infrastructure event for Fort Bend County.
To get a pressing question out of the way, why does Fort Bend County have two chambers of commerce?
So the Central Fort Bend Chamber was formed over 75 years ago. It was the Rose Rich Chamber, primarily for that area. The Fort Bend Chamber, which is housed in the Sugar Land area, was formed, I think, about 40 years ago. With the growth of the county now kind of county-wide moving this direction, we see the benefit of kind of joining forces on events like the Infrastructure Conference, just to kind of make sure it's a county-wide perspective on the infrastructure needs of the county.
Infrastructure is a political hot-button topic these days, but a common mistake is assuming it only means highways and roads.
But definitely highways and streets are an important part, but where does that water go once it, in the rain when it hits the road? You got to have the drainage infrastructure, you have to have the water resources to supply water to the communities, the businesses, the residents, etc. Then you have to have a way for some of that to leave, the wastewater side of it. You also have to have schools are included in that. Also within that is the court system within Fort Bend County. So there's a lot of common areas within infrastructure that most people don't think about. Within this community, we have organizations for infrastructure such as the regional water authorities, the court systems, the Texas Department of Transportation, and so in that vein, the Fort Bend Chamber and the Central Fort Bend Chamber, absolutely. It advocates and promotes harmony between the groups so that we can leverage from one another, but also so that we can all get along and come up with the best solution, because we know that the dollar gets stretched every which way.
The only event that we probably missed out this year was about flooding. This year we saw the record flood in Fort Bend County on the Brazos River, and as big of an impact as that was, next year I think we'll see a focus on making sure we cover that topic a little bit more detailed, especially with Allens Creek Reservoir and things happening on the western side of Fort Bend County, making sure there's a big picture look of all the needs of flooding. And then I know the county is looking at some thoughts on how to address flooding in the future.
So we have to help those make the right decisions and prioritize, continue to become the advocate and to remind those that are in charge of the interests that we're hearing from the local community.
For Stafford CSI, this is Randall Williams.